guys, it's Liz from Eating Vegan Simplified. Today I am going to show you a super easy breakfast that I like to make that, you know, it takes like nothing to make it. And so here it is. It's an apple, and look, I cored it. And I'm going to do another one. I did one off camera. I'm going to do one on camera just in case you haven't done that. I have this coring thing, which is kind of cool to have because it saves some time. If you don't have that, then you could use a knife. Pretty much this coring thing just kind of, if you don't have one, it's really kind of a cool device. You just put it in and then you take it out and it, you know, it helps to core. And then the other thing is I have this grapefruit spoon that I use for everything. I use it for a lot more of other things than grapefruit, but yeah. So it just comes out, you know, just put it in the sink for now. But anyway, yeah, so it's kind of a cool thing. You just want to make sure you get all the seeds and whatever out. Try to keep the rest of the apple intact because what we're going to do is we're going to stuff it. And I am just going to make two because there's just two of us and we're probably only going to eat one each. But, so my recipe will be for two. But if you have more than two people, just double the recipe. If you have four, make, you know, double it. If you have six, you know, do the math, right? So there it is. So that wasn't so hard at all. And, you know, sometimes I take out a little more because the more you take out, the more you could stuff, right? So, yeah, just make the opening as big as you want and just keep in mind you're going to be stuffing. And here's what I'm stuffing with. I have a cup of oats. These are just some rolled oats. And I have 1/8 cup of brown sugar. And if you are avoiding sugar, don't use it because the apple is sweet on its own, so it's fine. I think this is it. I don't know. 1/8 teaspoon. I just did it like seconds ago. How could I possibly remember? But I'll put the written recipe below. Of cinnamon. Sorry, that was cinnamon. And this is some melted vegan butter. This happens to be Earth Balance, but any vegan butter you have is fine. And if you're not vegan, I guess just use any butter you want. And but make sure it's melted. And then I'm just, you know, stirring it together. So nothing real difficult here. And this is going to be your stuffing part, obviously. And if I make too much, which normally I do make a little bit too much, then I still put it in the pan. So in the baking pan, use any baking pan you want, but I would say, you know, it could even be a cookie sheet. But a couple things. One is make sure your apple could stand up on its own. If it can't, just shave off a little bit of the bottom and make it even so it could stand up. Kind of shove it down in there if you could. And make sure it has at least a rim because if these start to overflow a little bit, you don't want a big giant mess in your oven. I know I hate that. So yeah, so make sure it has a rim. Like this obviously is deep enough that I don't need to worry about it. And by the way, add whatever else you like to this stuffing. If you like raisins or cranberries or, you know, whatever, just add it, doesn't matter. So I like to overstuff, why not? And if it falls over, that's okay, it's still gonna cook anyway. And then when I serve it, whatever has fallen out, I just kind of serve it on the side and it's all good. And as you start cutting up the apple, it won't really matter. So I sort of made a decent amount. And pretty much that is the entire prep work, which is not hard at all. And probably you might even have these ingredients already in your house. Anyway, I have preheated my oven to 350. I'm going to put it in there for 30 minutes. And after 30 minutes, this is going to be a yummy breakfast. And by the way, your house is going to smell like you're baking an apple pie or something. So anyway, let me set my timer. 30 minutes. Okay, there it is. So I will be back in 30 minutes and I will show you the finished product. See? Okay, it has been 30 minutes. It smells so good in here. Oh my gosh. It smells like an apple pie. But here we go. This is what it looks like. Cool, right? Yay. And you just serve this with, I don't know, by itself or, you know, maybe with, I don't know, something on the side. What did I think last time I served with potato, I made potato that I put on the side. That's a little weird, but actually it tasted pretty good. So take one out. Boy, that's hot. Okay. But you could see how nice. And if the sun fell out, that's okay. Put it on the side. It's pretty. It's good. you'll eat it, it'll taste delicious anyway. So there it is, baked apple stuffed with a yummy oats and cinnamon and some sugar, and it's just delicious. So let it cool off a little bit before you eat it. Don't get burned, but it is so good and easy. Hope you give it a try. I'm gonna put the written recipe right underneath, and so look there and you will find all the measurements and everything. I think I'm gonna put it for making 4, because a lot of people have a family, and then you could cut it in half if you don't need to make 4, or increase, whatever. I don't know how big your family is. Also, while you're there, please hit the subscribe button, because I wouldn't want you to miss a recipe. I have new ones all the time, and hope you love this one. And it is baked apple. Enjoy. Happy cooking.